Hi, I want to show all you guys something that is kind of important now that you're getting into more advanced things with Adobe Illustrator. But first, this is the week 6 and 7 module for the Zentangle assignment. And don't forget to click on this upper item. It's called This is What is Due for this MACA 1200 week 6 and 7 module. So when I click on it, you can see, and I know it's small, but you can see that I have two letter R's. One is in black and white and one is in color. So I want both files, and a student has turned something in that I am really impressed with. And I want you to see, though, that a quick problem can be created if you use an effect like a drop shadow. So I'm going to put this on my other screen, and I'm going to show you this student's color version of their item. This is their black and white version right here. Let me hit Control or Command 0. It's beautiful. That student has done a really good job. But let me go back to this one. See how dark the drop shadow is? Now, if you look over here in the clip group, I'm going to turn this off and then I'm going to turn it back on, and you're going to see that that's where he put, or they put, the artwork. But I want you to see over here in this radio button how it's gray, and that means that something has been applied to this art, to this layer, okay? Something like an effect. So I'm going to click that circle. Now, Illustrator doesn't make it easy to understand, well, if I apply a drop shadow, how do I go back and re-edit the drop shadow, okay? And what you don't want to do is go back to Effect and then go to Stylize and then go to Drop Shadow here twice or 3 times, because you're only adding another drop shadow. You're not editing the existing drop shadow. So in order to show you what, because I think the drop shadow is too heavy here, but I'm not sure the student knew exactly how to re-edit. So here it is. When you've applied something to a layer and it's gray, go to the Window and Appearance menu. In the Appearance menu is where you have all the things you've added to a file. Now I know it's small, but I want you to see that there are 2 drop shadows here, because the student most likely wanted to go re-edit the drop shadow. Well, this is how you re-edit a current drop shadow. So I'm going to turn off the bottom one. I'm not sure that's the one the student put on first, but I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to show you, it's going to take a second once I turn it off for it to show you this is what I believe the student wanted to do with a subtle drop shadow. But they thought that they wanted to go in and kind of fix, maybe make it darker, maybe make the item wider. But look at how I'm going to throw this one away in the Appearance menu. They should have named it Style or Appearance, but I'm going to just say it's the Appearance menu, and that's where everything exists that you've added to something. So when you click on the circle for a parent layer and you want to know, well, what have I done to that layer? Just go to Window Appearance and you will see it. Now I'm going to click on the drop shadow here, which is going to bring up the drop shadow that was first applied, and then you have all the numbers, meaning the blur, meaning how fuzzy it is. Here's the opacity of it. Here's the color of it. Okay, but, and here's the interesting thing. Well, this is the normal thing students do, or the beginners do. You click on the circle, you go up to Effect, you go down to Stylize, and you're thinking you're editing the existing drop shadow. You're applying a second or a third or a fourth drop shadow. So go in the Appearance menu, click on this, and then do your editing and say OK, and you're good to go. And that is what I wanted to really make you aware of in Adobe Illustrator. In like other applications, sometimes it's called graphic styles, or it's called letter styles or character styles. Well, they have that here too. If you go down to Type, you can see that there is a character style and a paragraph style, but there's no graphic style. Okay, so you would think, and even though it says graphic styles right here, that is not where the stuff you've added to something is. That's where, if you want to go make a graphic style, click on your object then click on the graphic style, you could easily add a graphic style to a piece of artwork. That's not where the drop shadow is. It's in this menu, which again, I know for the 10th time or so, it's in window appearance. So whenever you see in the layer palette gray in a circle, it means something's been applied to that, and that something could be an effect. Okay? Just wanted you to know and to be aware. Thank you.